Hey Amy, I know that you love lemon, and I've got a really simple lemon recipe for you that's a very nice treat that you can make several days in advance of having to serve it. Let's get going. The starting point is ginger snaps. I just bought these at the grocery store. At Alpha Delights, we make our own ginger snaps to work with, but you certainly could just use the ones from the grocery store. That's step one. You'll take these and put them in a food processor and pulverize them. After you've done that, you'll end up with really something like this. Now, this is the ginger snaps that have been run through the food processor, and I've added just a little bit of butter so that there's some moisture in there. We're ready to go. If you have a tart pan with flutes on it, that's great. If you don't have the flutes on the edge of the tart pan, not a problem. And we're just going to pour that into the shell. Not a very complicated thing at all. And the one little trick that I'm going to show you that really applies to making tarts of any kind is using a measuring cup for something other than measuring. I'm going to use this as a tool to push this crust into place. What happens with this is that you get a nice packing action into the corner, at the edge of the tart shell, and you get a nice even spread of the crust. So we'll just do this. And if you use your thumb, on the other hand, to pat down on top, you will also get a nice finish on top as well. So we'll do that. And then we'll just spread this around a little bit to make sure we have an even coverage there on the bottom. And then we're ready to go. Now, with this particular tart shell, you want to make sure that you're really packed in tightly, because this will not go in the oven. I told you it was a simple recipe. So we're going to make sure that we're packed in there really nicely, and then we can take it from there. There we go. Now I put this tart shell in the refrigerator for a while to let it firm up. As I mentioned, the crust is not baked. What I've accomplished, though, is that by cooling it, that butter has hardened up again, and it's given me a nice shape. And I've popped it out of that pan that I had it in. So this is what we're working with, and the filling that we're going to put in this is really just two ingredients. It's whipped cream and lemon curd. The lemon curd at Alpha Delights is a lemon curd that we make here, of course, and if you're interested in making this recipe, you certainly can make your own lemon curd, but I know you can buy some in some stores too that's a nice quality product for you. So I'm going to put this whipping cream in the lemon curd and just do a simple folding action with that. Now, when you're folding, you're certainly trying to blend gently two or more ingredients, and trying to do it in a way that does not deflate. And a technique that I've always been taught and try to practice is to pull the product up with a spatula and sort of try to trap some air in there before you let it flop back over. So that's the technique that we use here, is trying to keep air inside of the product while you're working it. This is coming together nicely. These two things together, the lemon curd and that whipped cream, create a nice, tart, bright taste. And of course, the whipped cream makes it taste very light. And if you're putting on a nice meal of some kind for guests, lightness at the end is always very nice. And the pureness of the lemon curd is a nice way to clean your palate, too, after you've had a great meal. I think this is about ready to go. This is the hard part now. We're just going to scoop this right into this tart shell. Look how beautiful that is. It's like chiffon. Oh, you just want to stick your finger in there? That's really good. And what's interesting about this combination of the lemon and the ginger and the tart shell is just the contrast. The ginger tends to be a little bit more wintry and wholesome and just homey, if you will. And of course, the lemon is just light and fresh. That's what we would do with this particular product. And then, just to finish it off, we would just take some of those crushed up ginger cookies that we had with the butter and just sprinkle some around the edge, just to finish it off. If you wanted to candy some lemons or something like that, you certainly could. There you go. Make it a couple days in advance. Comes time for your guests to come over, you shine. Enjoy it, Amy.